Hey everybody, Cam Capital here with another video. This video is going to be about Tesla and Tesla only. It is Monday, April 12th. So we'll start here with Tesla 5-minute chart. You see it closed at 701.98, up 3.7% on the day. So decent sized move, and we moved back above, at least to close above the $700 mark, which has been acting as overhead resistance for a while. And so a lot of news on Tesla came out over the weekend and today. If you saw it, not directly related to Tesla, but through Elon Musk and his Neuralink stuff, they got a monkey to play Pong, and then just Tesla related, you had Canaccord changed their target in analysis from a hold to a buy, from a price of 419 to 1,071. So, basically a 2.5 times increase. Basically saying that they're bringing a machine gun to a knife fight in the autonomous vehicle area, and that they're basically going to be rivaling Apple. Dabbling their hand in just about everything going forward. And then Binance stated today that their digital tokens can now be purchased for Tesla. It's basically you're buying fractional shares, and those tokens are backed by whole shares to Tesla. So you can do that on Binance. And then a little competition news. So Huawei has basically put a $1 billion bet on autonomous EVs going in the future to rival Tesla in China. And then NIO also produced their 100,000th vehicle moving forward. So you do have some competition overseas in China, but with that, NIO is still down on the day, close to 3%. XPEV had a big bounce up to $36 and sold off, but it was down about 1.5%. So Tesla is really one of the few green stocks today, along with barely Microsoft, Amazon, Alibaba, Nvidia. But we'll get into the price move here. So we get this gap up from Friday's close over the weekend. Push 694 pre-market, consolidate, kind of sell off on that opening bell, uses a 200 EMA on the 5-minute chart here as support, and then we take off higher, going from 682 all the way to 704. We put that high of the day in at 704.8, and then basically pull back the moving average, use the 50 EMA as support. Basically once, twice, sold down through it. Basically found support on the 15-minute chart here, but closed back up at the high, and that's something you like to see moving forward, especially when we go out to the daily chart. You'll see a good kicker buy signal on the daily. But just here, 15-minute chart, you can see it better for another area support. If you like to use multiple time frames, which is something I like to do, I have all the EMAs listed in order based on total units. But here, so we're bouncing off the 50 on the 5-minute, you basically using the 22 as support, and then uses 22 EMA on the 15-minute chart as support later in the afternoon. And you see here still picking up a little steam here after hours. So look to see if basically this ascending triangle, if we draw something here, right, this ascending triangle from here, if we break out to the high side going into after hours and into tomorrow. So from here we'll go to the daily chart, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here as a kicker symbol. Right, so long term, this 78.6 fib has been acting as resistance. Right, these wicks talked about previous videos are just misprints on the chart, but really having a ton of overhead resistance. Up to 720, 710, the 708 area, 78.6. Right, it's not an exact dollar amount. Right, the resistance is not exactly at 708.36 is an area. You want to look for an area of inflection, and that point has been acting as overhead resistance. And as you can see, the last couple of days, last week specifically, put a lot of volume in the upper 670, 680, 690 area. And as the week continued last week, right, we sold down into the moving averages and basically found support on 670, right, where the 9 and 22 were crossing over. And right, so the volume came in, buyers like to aggregate, and then we get a springboard effect, right? So catalyst comes out, price moves us higher, and this right here is basically a doji kicker, something you like to see as a change in investor sentiment, right? So you could say here we've been in a downtrend. This could be a reversal off the downtrend, right? So you get this, still a red candle doji, but the next day we gap higher, and the low from today didn't even touch the high of yesterday. So we basically create a little gap, and that's really strong buyer sentiment. You can see that here down with the mixed volume. So you could say buyers are back in control for Tesla. Short term at least, right? So we do need to get above the 710 area. I think if I need to change that because it's going to annoy me. If we get above that 710 area, we could look to move higher pretty quickly, right? So if we get above that 7 78.6 fib. You know, obviously the long-term target would be go retest the all-time highs. We could draw a fib level right here from the low to that high, right? So basically using that 61.8 as support, and you know, next target through 710 be up to 719, right? So that'd be that next little area of resistance that we have been poking at here recently, and then the next level showing by basically fibs would be 762, and then 814. And then one more thing I'd like to show you, as I've been exploring this a little bit more, using standard deviation. This is something that the Boiler Room YouTube channel uses, and I'll link it so you can look at his videos. But basically, so this solid yellow line is basically the 0 point on standard deviation. Solid green lines and, you know, one standard dev above and below. Solid yellow is 2. The hashes are half marked. But so basically, we're moving into this half standard deviation below right now, basically coinciding right at this 708. So we're basically running right up into this resistance, so we can break that. The next target using this, you know, indicator would basically be that 818 level, which corresponded with that 814 area on the fib. So that's just another something to look at. But also it's just another indicator here showing that there is this resistance here at about 708, 710 that we do need to get through for Tesla, but we could definitely break that this week and look to push higher. So let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on Tesla. What's your long-term outlook for Tesla? Is it going to be the next Apple? Let me know. Let's start a conversation. Appreciate you taking time to watch the videos, and we'll see you in the next one.